Where? They're not stacked up anymore. So they've slid down. But
the oven was on tonight when we came.
I can smell it.
Look at that. Are you a male or male? Do you want to say hello? Push it up to the red if you're a male. Up to the red if you're male. Up to the red if you're female.
Is that too bright with the light or not?
You're trying to read council secrets.
There's no secret. Are you a male? Sit in the mayor's chair and have a photo. Oh,
Jack Delusion, go on.
sit in the mayor's chair and have a photo. Do you like us being here? Push up to the red if you like us being here and visiting you. Really? Yeah. Moving. Do you want us to sit down with you? Push up to the red if you want us to sit down. Quite a lot of the town hall to see before you actually get to go with the West Coast guys in the real hall. There's a lot to see before we get there. Here, looking through the banister, was this little girl, and I said in a gruff voice, "What the hell are you doing up there? I've just told you to come and sit down here. We're about to go on." And the kids went, "Who are you talking to, Patty?" I went, "No one, don't worry about it." But we found out through investigation that the little girl's name is Mary. She's 6 years old. We believe that she... Oh, I just got touched.
Oh no.
I just got touched. We believe that her father was the guy that actually built the town hall. So his wife was Mari. They had a little girl by the name of Mary who passed away when she was 6. And they had another child. So what we've done is we've put a little doll in the corner. Someone just shine a torch in the corner over there. It had 3 balls. It now only has 1 ball. After the Christmas holidays, when the town hall got closed up for a couple of weeks, the man who actually manages the town hall rang me and said, "Patty, I don't know if this is relevant or not, but the doll and the balls were through the bottom, through the banister and downstairs." So we don't know. Plates that just fell in there tonight, they couldn't have fallen on their own. They've been there. And they were all lying like sideways, you know. I mean, it's odd. Obviously something's going on.
Yes.
Yeah. And all of us had heard it, so it wasn't just me. We got up, came out, this little kid ran down the stairs. Clairvoyant saw it, told us she had a little white dress on, little white knickerbockers, long curly hair. That is the same child I saw on the stairs. She follows me around quite a bit. She may touch you on the back of the leg. She sort of does this, like that. Don't get a fright because there's 3 kids in the hall and they do that. They're just mischievous. As soon as I opened the tin of lollies tonight, right next to the tin, it went to red. Mary was into that tin of lollies looking before we could even take lollies out of that tin. One of the guys from the tour, stranger from the tour, he couldn't believe it because he had the thing saying, "Who is this?" I said, "It's probably Mary, one of the kids." "Are you Mary?" Red. And that was in here, on the table, in the light. Right? They do now because so much happens that you just expect. Yeah. Initially I was petrified, I was absolutely petrified. I hated being here. I wouldn't go to the toilet here, I'd go to the toilet in the shopping One of the chairs was moved, that one in the corner there. Last time the clairvoyant was here, she said whoever sits in that chair is real angry. Can you please move it back to where it was? So they moved it back to the corner. Good luck?
Yeah, I already got it.
Oh, cool. That's why it's making that noise.
And if anything untoward does occur, the council is just sort of, no, and just continue on, it's just normal.
They do now because so much happens.
Yeah.
You just expect it.
That's good.
Yeah. Initially, I was petrified, let me tell you. I was absolutely petrified. I hated being here. I wouldn't go to the toilet here. I'd go to the toilet in the shopping centre over the road. But now I'm not scared at all. I can walk around the building in the dark on my own and feel fine. And if you know, on the iPhone, if you push it up like this, it actually sees the colour perfectly. And we're not on the ground floor here. And there's nothing out the window. Mr. Richard, can you please push the lights up to red? Push this light up, push it, use his energy and push it all the way up to red. Can you push the light up to red? Oh, it's going up again. Yeah, there you go. Can you push that light right up to red for us? Are you male? If you're male, can you push it up to red? Are you female? Push it up to red if you're female. Is it you, Mary? Push it up to red if it's you, Mary.
Imagine if they had ghost photo bombs.
So got round here, and there's the clairvoyant lying on the floor with the other girl trying to hold her on the stairs. It took 4 of us to hold her on that part of the stairs. Anyway, she started to fit, and I thought, nah, this is serious stuff now. So I took my rosary bead off, because I always wear rosary and I wear crystals if we're doing an investigation, right? Took the rosary beads off, put them on her chest. She sat bolt up. It scared me because I was in front of her, and she screamed. She's an English girl. She screamed in a Croatian accent, "Get away from me! Don't touch me! Get away! Don't do it!" The girl that had put the recorder in her pocket to hold her, the thing was still on, so we replayed the whole thing afterwards. Anyway, it took us forever to get her around. We were having a sleepover, and we decided to cut the sleepover short because we weren't going to stay with all that happening in the town hall. Anyway, we got her back upstairs. The following week, she came. Her and I always walk through and go and say good evening to everybody and just let them know there's a tour on, and you know that we hope we're not going to disturb them too much and all that sort of stuff. And she stood here and she said, "Patty, Daria's standing on the stairs. Can you go and stand next to her?" And I went, sure. You know, I was quite scared because I didn't want it to happen to me. Anyway, she explained that all she wanted was a voice. She had never been able to tell anybody how much pain she had gone through, what had happened, none of that. So she was trying to get us to tell the story. She was coming up here to solicitors' offices. These used to be solicitors' offices to get a divorce. And the solicitor wasn't in. On her way down, her husband met her on the stairs, and he was the guy that stabbed her. 11 times he stabbed her. And you know Brian Bull, the police commissioner? He was a very young constable at the time, and he was the first constable on the scene. And he's actually told us that as she died, her husband made the sign of the cross on her chest, and I think when I put my rosary beads on her chest, that's when I got that huge reaction. So, you know, you just don't know. But she is still in the hall. You'll hear, you can hear her. She's got like a taffeta dress and she walks through the building like this. You just hear the dress or footsteps. When the clairvoyant came in here the first time, she got severe chest pain as she was coming in the door. And on investigation, we found out that he was the president of the Shire at that stage, so it's like a mayor, and he died of a heart attack. She also saw a little dog in this room, just where you're standing, on the floor. So there's a little dog down there. There's a lady.
Sorry, that's how I call my dog.
Now listen, sometimes you'll feel the dog run past your legs. Many people have reported something just whoosh past their legs. There's a lady that sits in that chair over there taking notes, but they're not connected. The time period is totally different, right? There was a lady that came through the tour a few months ago that told me that she used to work for the chap that died. His best friend was his little dog, and he used to smoke like a chimney. Now where you're standing, often you will get a cigar type smell. Not always, but often. The room, first of all, have a look at the beautiful ceiling. Isn't that magnificent? It's beautiful. They've certainly kept it to its former glory, haven't they? All the renovations that they've done, they've maintained its original beauty, and just everything is original. All the gifts you see around the room, they're exchanged. You know, when people come out with the delegation, they provide a gift to the city, and they store quite a few of the gifts in here because there's nowhere else to put them that's safe. General public never come in this side, so that's one beauty about the tour. You get to see a lot of the building that's not other people don't see. Now, years and years and years and years and years ago, about the 1939s, because it was built in 07, the town crier used to stand out here and read the newspaper to the people who used to stand down the bottom, right? The railway line used to run through the centre here. Do you remember the old rail car that was at the shopping centre? Yeah, that was part of the old railway. So this is what they call the Midland Junction. So it's a junction of two roads. All right, now we're going to go up in the tower. You will be fine to go up there. All right? Go between two men.
Yeah, let someone go first. Right.
Yeah. Watch your head as you come through on this thing. The tall fellas. Gorgeous old staircase, isn't it? Okay, so see the metal structures? Those were put in after the Meckering earthquake, because this structure wasn't so sound afterwards, so they've actually fixed it by putting the metal structures in. Come over here, look up. You'll see one of the top faces. So it still goes up quite, you'll have to go around that way, go around further. So you can actually time you talk, those that actually did the maintenance of this, they walked off the job because while they were working, someone kept throwing pebbles at them from the top. He will come down to meet you. Yes?
Come on down, buddy.
Good day, mate. We're just here to say hello. A couple of tours ago, a younger boy went up the ladder, and as he went up and looked up, dust fell in his eyes, and he had a shoulder pressed down like that. He doesn't like us being in here, and we don't stay that long. We just come and show people.
Just for a moment, let's just breathe.
If he doesn't like you, as you're going up, it will be red.
Same church, right?
Oh!
Hi.
Hello.
Have I mentioned Paul's accident prone? We call him Mr. Bum.
You can go up one more. Oh no, he's calmed down.
It's the ceiling. Yeah.
City likes British place.
Do you like
Nothing. Wow.
You're okay. Are you alright?
Female can go up.
Hi. You gonna say hello?
She dreams about you, mate.
No, it's okay. No reaction. No reaction.
Rachel's fine. As you were, Rach.
Down to the bottom.
Isn't it beautiful?
All of the different. Now, when you go down here, sometimes men feel like they're being pushed in the back. We get people all the time saying, "Who's pushing me?"
Very active in this area. Sometimes there's absolutely nothing at all. Okay? A couple of the guys standing over this side have had somebody do this to their hair. Not once, a few times. Okay? That's why I asked all the guys to come over here, because I think it's a lady. You can ask it.
Is she sure?
I don't know. I don't know. So, you never know. And you can actually, can you feel that? Like someone just walked past us, like here. In this passage, we've picked up the name Fred. Yes. And Woods. Fred and Woods. This is the toilet.
Sorry.
This is the chair that I'm going to talk to you about. This is the shelf that everything came off across the room.
You see a problem, Mum? It was right here, like literally. Thanks, Mum. So you had the trains going through here. There was just lots of activity and hub happening here. There was all the local businesses that obviously would have been, all the offices in here. There would have been dances in here and fetes and meetings, and I'm sure there was elections and all sorts of stuff going on in here, along with all the everyday hustle and bustle that would have happened around the town hall. So I think that's probably why people sort of say to us, you know, why is it so active here still? And I like to think that that's probably why, because it was such an active place when it was first built with so much happening. So I think some of them just like to hang around, and it's still a hive of activity now, even 100 years later. As Katie said, when she asked us to come on board, we did quite a few preliminary investigations just to sort of see what we could find and whether the spirits were happy. So we had quite a bit of stuff happen to us. Oh, good job, keep going. Take a water orange for me. Come on, Mary, Lucy, bring all the spirits in. Tell them to come closer.
Oh, the ghost whisperer.
Yeah.
Follow everything you say.
Feeling it.